course, it is Valentine's Day on Morning Rush. As you can see, producers and whatnot loved me so much they didn't want to give me my drums. I had to request for them. And so we got our favorite drums because we love them. It's Valentine's Day, is it not? A very good morning to you, and thank you so much for making Morning Rush a part of your morning routine as we help you get ready for whatever kind of day you're trying to have. I hope it's positive, though, because today is one of those days when it's a good day to have a really, really good day, regardless of what it is you will be doing. Make sure you enjoy it. Make sure you're having a brilliant time. If you're delivering flowers somewhere around this, right, we have a guest today, and he is an amazing musician, has been around for a very long time. A lot of us are very familiar with his music. His name is Guspy Warrior. That's not the name you were born with.
No, that's not.
What was the name you were born with?
Emmanuel.
That's not your full name.
My full name is Emmanuel Tatenda Manyeruke.
Emmanuel Tatenda Manyeruke.
Yeah, God is with us.
Manyeruke. You know where I'm going with this?
I can see.
No, but let's not go there first. Are you a romantic?
Yeah. Do I look romantic?
I don't know what a romantic person
I am actually.
So it's not just your music, those are you love.
That's the way I'm just, I just do my things. I'm just romantic. My wife can tell a story about that.
Okay, so today is Valentine's Day. My plans.
My plans are this. We have plans, but
Aiwa, muna not my plans are this. Muna satellite plan, but has a
I was up at Kuchiru said, but my manja, my plans didn't have to post it.
What is one of the things that you think is important as we go into Valentine's Day for people to remember?
I think what's important is the importance of love. What love, the role that love plays in the society, regardless maybe of lovers, just love in general. It brings respect. Love brings respect. Love brings unity. So above everything, I just believe that love gets everything going, easy going.
Now, when we look at your music, a lot of your themes are love, as we've talked about, but you also talk about society. And how do we tie the two together to make sure that while we correct the wrongs in society, we still remember to do it with kindness, with love, so that we move forward together?
We have to be cautious with our words, how we arrange them, especially in music, how we talk to the crowd. We have to be very careful because words can be destructive sometimes. So I just used to sing about almost every part of life so that people can relate. But sometimes you may sing love songs. It is not Valentine's sometimes. People want something to motivate them to go to work and be resilient, So I believe we just have to sing about everything in the society so that we can relate to the fans.
Now I'm going to take you back to your father.
All right.
Your father is a very iconic gospel musician.
Indeed.
How difficult was it for you becoming a secular musician, a dancehall musician, raised in a gospel household?
It was a bit challenging in the beginning because I really didn't understand the whole music business. It was a bit difficult, but it was also a bit easy into getting into the market because my name was already there.
Right. My
dad's name was already there. They already worked for us to have that easygoing life. But just because I do secular music and my dad does gospel, at a point it was a bit difficult for me to be on interviews. Everybody was just talking about me being naughty and going out of the way. But I believe that I'm my own self and I'm in my own generation and I have to relate to my generation and I have to be me. I was born in a gospel family and I'm a Christian. I go to church. That will never die in me.
Right.
But I have to do music business as a business and right. I have to make my fans relate with me and my generation relate with me. My father was relating to his generation.
Right.
You never asked me about his father. It's a story for another day.
Actually, I think I should ask you about his father. Tell us. You seem to have some information.
I think it's three very different generations.
Right.
My grandfather was an ancestral singer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So very traditional. Very traditional.
Right.
And look at my dad and look at me.
Right.
So generations change, and we have to change with them. We have to change with the times.
Absolutely. Now, what are some of the lessons that have helped you in keeping the business side of your music going that you learned from your dad and probably from your grandfather as well?
One thing that I've learned is that you have to be real. You have to be real with yourself. You have to be real with the situations. Music sometimes sounds like fantasy, but the business is real. The stories are real. So if you are real, you relate. And that's one thing that I've taken from my dad. If you want to be influential, you have to relate. And if you want to relate, you have to be real. Yeah.
It's true kuzvinzwisisa here semafans kuti business it. This is how you survive.
Enjoy
But muri kutida kuti titenge music yenyu muri kuda kuti tiuye kumashows muri kuzvida zvese izvozvo. But are we appreciative as fans of this fact that this is actually business for you? You are entertaining us and you are deserving of mari dzatifanira kunge tichikupai, or do we just expect too much from you? What do you think?
I think we're moving in the right direction so far, because if you look back in time, we used to have grammar records. We used to have the colonial time people ruling and controlling music. But now we're doing it on our own. There's nobody telling us what to do. So the journey is going to be hurtful, but we need to walk the journey, because nobody's telling us when to release, how to release, like back in the time. You know, my dad would make an album, and then you hear him telling you that Grandma said I can only record this album in 2 years' time to come.
Wow.
So now I can just go walk into the studio and record.
And
so we are now in control. So things are changing, but the fans need to also see that we're putting effort, and they need to appreciate. You know, sometimes, you know, when you go on social media, people are very, you know, attracted by negative things, you know. They come on your posts, they juice up their phones, US dollars, they come to your post and they start to talk crap on there. But it demotivates me.
Right.
You know, so sometimes I have to look aside and not look into the comment section, because I have to keep going.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to say something nice. If you don't like the person, or if you don't like what they're posting, and just move on.
Yeah.
And as a people, I think that's something that we need to change.
Definitely, definitely. Now, before I ask you about your new music, very quickly, how is it being an artist in Zimbabwe?
It's difficult, it's interesting, it's fun, it's everything. It's a whole full package. Oh yes, so much is expected, but less is coming in. So you can just tell the balance is not so balanced.
Right. You've got new music out?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Finally?
Yeah, I've got a 30 minutes old song right now.
30 minutes old? Tell us about it.
Well, this song is called Denga Rechinongo. It's a Valentine's song. It's on reggae beat. Ndechingotoro nezvelove. Kwandinosvitswa nemudiwa wangu. When you talk about Denga Rechinongo, I think people can relate. You know, unengoiswa kune rimwe denga rekuti you can't even tell kuti iwe ndichiri paepe here waiziya. So it's a song that talks about love. Inongoita kuti you can dedicate loved one. Sani kama mazvarozvo zvakamuka January extended. So unongoenda link kuti mudiwa imbonzwo kadenga rechinongora unondisvitsa. So it's just a love song.
Yeah. Guspy, thank you so much for joining us. Unfortunately, we are out of time. Before we let you go, a very quick message of love and positivity to everybody watching.
Firstly, I will say to my wife, Amanda, I love you so much. And people, let's love. I think that's all.
You know what? I would like to see you back. I'd like to see you back performing more.
All right.
We've missed those performances.
Okay.
So please also let us know.
I'll come here and do that. Thank you so much for having me, Candice.
Chorus yedenga rechinomwe.
Baby wandiza mudenga rechinomwe, rechinomwe. Amai mwana munonditira ende amite, munonditira ende amite.
Guspy, thank you.